Hey beautiful souls, it's Ume here. What if I told you there's a strategic way to explore Shakeshpur that most travelers completely miss? We left Bangalore a day earlier and stayed near Subramania temple area. And that one decision unlocked access to some of the most breathtaking hidden gems I've ever discovered. Today I'm taking you on our epic Shakeshpur adventure. From 600 step waterfall descents and viewpoints so stunning they'll make you question reality. So grab your favorite coffee because we are about to embark on the most magical journey together. Here's a travel hack that changed everything. We didn't rush straight to Shakeshpur town. Instead, we left a day earlier and set up base near Subramania temple area. This wasn't just about convenience, it was pure strategy. Staying here puts you within easy reach of some of the most incredible viewpoints and waterfalls that would otherwise require hours of additional driving. The area around Subramania has the mystical energy, ancient temples, misty mornings, and locals who know every secret trail in these mountains. We woke up to the sound of temple bells and morning prayers, which felt like the perfect blessings to start our adventure. The mountain air here is different too, crisp, clean, and filled with the scent of wild jasmine and coffee blossoms that make you feel like you're already living in a dream. After our morning prayers at the ancient Subramania temple, we discovered something magical. Temple breakfast that tastes like it's blessed by the gods themselves. The local eatery near the temple serves traditional South Indian breakfast with ingredients grown right in the sacred hills. We had piping hot idlis with coconut chutney that was ground fresh that morning. Crispy vadas and filter coffee made from beans picked from the surrounding estates. What made this breakfast incredibly special was sitting there surrounded by pilgrims, locals, and occasional adventurers like us, all sharing stories while the temple bells created the most peaceful soundtrack. The energy here is pure and positive. You can literally taste the difference when the food is prepared with devotion and served with love. This wasn't just a breakfast, it was a spiritual fuel for the incredible journey ahead. And honestly, starting any adventure with temple blessings feels like the perfect way to ensure magical experiences. Our first official stop was Western Ghats viewpoint, and for just 20 rupees entry per person, we gained access to one of the most spectacular panoramic views in all of South India. This viewpoint is absolutely mind blowing because it offers a 360-degree vista of three different districts, Hasan, Kudagu, and Shakeshpur, all meeting at one magical point. Standing here feels like being on top of the world with endless green hills rolling into infinity, coffee plantations creating geometrical patterns across the landscape, and morning mist dancing between the valleys like celestial spirits. What makes Bisle Ghat truly special is how it showcases the incredible biodiversity of the Western Ghats. You can actually see the transition from tropical forest in the lower elevation to mountain grasslands at the peak. The morning light here is phenomenal, creating layers of blue and green that stretch beyond the horizon. We spent an hour just standing there in awe, realizing that some of the most incredible experiences in life just cost less than a cup of coffee in the city. From Bisle Ghat, we discovered Rich Point, and this place blew our minds for a completely different reason. This unassuming spot right by the roadside is actually the geographical center where the three major points converge: the Arabian Sea, Bay of Bengal, and Ridge representing a point where rainfall splits and flows in these points. Honestly, we were mesmerized by the beauty of this point. What made Ridge Point incredibly special was this small mirror-like pond that perfectly reflects the sky and surrounding trees. It looks so simple from the road, but when you stop and really observe, you realize you're standing at a unique geographical intersection where different ecosystems meet and create something magical. The pond is fed by natural springs and stays crystal clear year round, creating the most perfect reflections for photography. We took a few clicks here, but honestly, we could have spent hours just marveling at how nature creates these perfect little gems in the most unexpected places. Sometimes the profound beauty is hiding right beside the road, waiting for those curious enough to stop and truly see. Then came our biggest adventure of the day, Malalai Waterfall. And let me tell you, this isn't for the faint of heart. The descent to reach this spectacular waterfall involves over 600 concrete steps, winding down to dense forest, and every single step is worth the challenge. What makes Malalai absolutely incredible is how the journey becomes part of the destination. As you descend, you hear the waterfall growling louder and louder, building anticipation with every step. The forest around you gets thicker and wilder, with ancient trees creating a natural cathedral above your head. Halfway down, you start feeling the mist on your face, and by the time you reach the bottom, you are standing in the front of a 200 feet cascade that crashes into a natural pool with such a force it creates its own weather system. The water here is incredibly pure, flowing directly from the Pushpagiri hills, and being surrounded by untouched forest feels like discovering a secret that nature kept hidden for the brave enough to make the descent. The climb back up those 600 plus steps tested our endurance, but the memory of that powerful waterfall crashing around us made every step feel like a victory celebration. Our plan was to end the day at Patla Viewpoint, which requires a 2-kilometer trek to forest trails to reach what the locals describe as one of the most breathtaking sunset spots in the entire region. Unfortunately, Mother Nature had different plans for us that day. The weather turned dramatically, thick clouds rolled in, visibility dropped to almost zero, and the trails became treacherous with mud and mist. As much as our adventurous heart wanted to push forward, we had to make the most difficult decision to skip the trek for safety reasons. Sometimes a mountain tests your wisdom as much as your courage, and knowing when to retreat is just as important as knowing when to push forward. Local guides told us that Padla Viewpoint offers panoramic views of Sahyadri ranges during clear weather, with sunset colors that paint the entire sky in impossible shades of orange and purple. This just means we have an incredible reason to return to these magical mountains. Some adventures are worth waiting for the perfect moment. Instead of feeling disappointed about missing Patla Viewpoint, we discovered something equally magical. A tiny local tea shop surrounded by the most epic greenery we would ever see. This wasn't your typical roadside chai stall. It was like a secret garden where locals come to escape the world. The shop was nestled among cardamom plants, coffee bushes, and wildflowers that created a natural paradise around simple wooden benches. We ordered steaming hot tea served in traditional glasses, and as we sat there sipping the perfect spiced chai, we realized that this might be the most beautiful tea shop in all of India. The view here was incredible, rolling green hills, mist covered valleys, and the kind of silence that makes you forget all your worries. Local farmers would stop by sharing stories about their coffee harvest and the legends of the ancient hills. The tea was made with water from natural spring and spice grown right in the surrounding garden, giving it a flavor that you simply cannot find anywhere else. Sitting there as the evening mist began to roll in, surrounded by emerald greenery and the gentle sounds of nature, we realized that sometimes the most perfect endings are the ones you never planned. As we headed back, we reflected on an incredible day that perfectly showcased why Shakeshpur is so magical. From sacred temple breakfast that blessed our journey to viewpoints that reveal the infinite beauty of the Western Ghats. From challenging waterfall descents that tested our limits to peaceful tea shop moments that restored our souls. Every experience was perfectly balanced. The 20 rupee entry to paradise at Bisley Ghat reminded us that the best thing in life don't have to be expensive, just authentic. The 600 plus steps to Malalai Falls taught us the most rewarding destination required effort and courage. Even missing Padla viewpoint due to weather became a beautiful lesson in respecting nature's power and timing. And hey beautiful souls, this was just a day of our epic Shakeshpur adventure. If you're loving this journey and want to see what incredible discoveries await us tomorrow, please show some love by hitting that like button. It truly means the world to me. Don't forget to subscribe because the next trip is going to be absolutely mind-blowing with hidden lakes, secret waterfalls and jeep safari adventures that will leave you speechless. Drop a comment below and tell me, would you brave those 600 plus steps to reach Malalai Falls? I read every single comment and love connecting with fellow adventurers like you. Until tomorrow's epic adventure, keep exploring, keep dreaming, and remember, the most beautiful journeys always start with a single step. This is Ume, sending you all my love from the mystical mountains of Shakeshpur.